Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight Out of Boston, and today I'm back for episode number 23 of my Tampa Bay Rays Let's Play series here on Out of the Park Baseball 18. So today we're back with the American League Championship Series. We defeated the Houston Astros in the wild card round and the Texas Rangers in the division series 3-1. That was an upset victory over a team that had the best record in the American League this year and the best offense, scoring 950 runs. We held our offense at bay for the most part, only 2 runs over those last 2 games, and we shut them out in game 1 as well. So just got great pitching pretty much, both out of our rotation and our bullpen, especially our bullpen. So we got Kansas City in the championship series. They won 90 games this year. They were Central Division champions ahead of Minnesota by 3 games. They were second in runs scored, 880, but 11th in runs against, 807. So clearly the strength of this team is their offense. They had an 87 win Pythagorean win-loss. So looking at their lineup, they've got Malik Smith in there, familiar foe. Seth Beer, this guy is a beast. So he was the number 1 draft pick in 2018, and he had a 152 OPS plus this year and 583 ABs. So he is pretty good. Hitting third for them, Ryan O'Hearn, who hit 37 home runs. This Taiwanese guy, Chia, a lot of good Taiwanese guys. I think I've been missing out on. Vance, can't say that name. He's decent though. Didn't have a great year this year, but was decent last year. Had a pretty high OBP last year. Was decent this year. This catcher's not bad either, Valoria. So it's definitely kind of top heavy. I mean, Beer in the lineup, that's really tough. This guy's like one of the best hitters in the league, so it can be very tough to deal with him. But everyone else seems pitchable too. I mean, O'Hearn, 37 homers, but his ratings don't blow me away. So, I can see why this team's only a 91 team. Look at the rotation. Salazar, who's been good in the past, has also been hurt. Blewett, Danny Duffy, yeah, these guys don't really blow me away. Not a very good rotation, and their closer had a ERA over 6 this year. Rest of their bullpen, they Brad weak. Yeah, I mean, this roster does not really impress me too much. They were not a playoff team last year. They've not been a playoff team since they won the World Series, so kind of feels like a little bit of a fluky Royals team to me, but who knows what can happen. We're playing well, though, so you got to feel very confident. And definitely glad that this team beat Cleveland. I think they beat Cleveland, right? And I would say just be glad that this team beat New York. I think New York probably would be the tougher team. They had a much better run differential, much better pitching, and a similar offense. You see they only scored 10 less runs, but a much better pitching. So kind of feel like we caught a break there. But all right, let's see. Game number 1. It's going to be at Kansas City. We don't even have home field. Against this team, of course, though, because we were the wild card team, so, we're still the underdog. But like I said, feeling very confident. Just the way we played in the second half, and the way we're playing now makes me feel like we're kind of rolling. And playing a lot better than we did early on in the regular season, that's for sure. So let's continue to hit Hernandez. Well, now Hernandez is not hitting so well. So maybe we hit, the way it's looking right now, Kiermaier, I guess, at the top of the lineup. And yeah, we'll do that. So Blake Snell getting the nod in game 1. Sale probably, I don't know when Sale is going to be back. I probably should have checked that, to be honest. But Snell was definitely the guy. It could have been Honeywell, but I'd rather go Snell, that's for sure. So Sale's not going to be available to game 3, so it's going to be Snell, Honeywell, Sale, then DeLeon in game 4 probably. So here we go. Leading things off is Kiermaier. Game 1 underway from Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. And Blake Snell, who was very sharp in his first outing this postseason, is back out on the mound for Tampa Bay. Both starters looking sharp tonight. Snell was only at 35 pitches before that inning. Salazar has walked a pair, but has only surrendered the 1 hit. Snell only 1 strikeout, but also only the 1 hit. Wow. Both pitchers tossing a 1-hitter through 6. Salazar, 82 pitches. We finally get a second hit. Snell surrenders the first run of the game. Single from Solarte, then a walk, and then another single from O'Hearn is all it took. So top 8 now, we're down a run. Segura leading things off. He pokes that one through the left side for a base hit. So the leadoff man is on in Segura, and he runs the bases very well. Couldn't think about a steal right here, but I'm going to let Ramirez hit for the time being. And he hits that one to right field. That is going to be caught on the dive by Seth Beer. So it is Kiermaier now. Let's let Kiermaier hit. He hits one to deep right field. This ball's back, and it is going to be gone. Kevin Kiermaier, a 2-run home run, hitting a lead off this game for the first time this postseason, and he gives the Rays the lead in the late going. And Snell's at 71 pitches, so we could trot him back out there. 7, 8, 9, a couple lefties due up in the 8th inning. So I think that's going to be the move pitching-wise. We take the lead. Carpenter up now. He pokes one into left center field. That's going to be a base hit. Bowers' turn now facing Whitgritton, their closer. That's hit to right. And that gets down. Back-to-back singles now. Rizzo coming up with a pair on. He hits that one down the right field line. That is going to score a run. Throw going to second. Rizzo is in there safely. 3-1 Tampa Bay now. And runners on second and third for Josh Bell. Will the hitting continue? That one hit to left. That's going to be caught runner tagging. And that does get another run home. 4-1 now. Tampa Bay has pushed across 4 runs this inning. Whitgritton out of the game now. It's Zach Pop to face Luis Rojas. And that's going to be hit to left center. And that will be caught by the center fielder, Ben Gamble. So the inning is over. Tampa scores 4 times now. And we take a 4-1 lead. Let's get Mikey Morin up. He will probably be the next guy we go to. 7, 8, 9 for Snell here. And that's going to be a leadoff single. Ooh, and Snell's injured on the pitch. And we got to take him out. Shoot. So we'll put in Morin. And we'll just go for a half inning. How many pitches did he throw? Probably don't want to use him for both of these innings, especially with a 3-run lead. But probably shouldn't have put him right in there in the 8th. Let's get Faedo, though. Plus he faced 7, 8, 9. But I have faith in Faedo. He's looked very, very good this postseason. He's got to face 3, 4, 5. Luckily, Beer's up with the bases empty. So no matter what he does, the damage. And yep, he hit that one to pretty deep center. That's going to be caught, though. Now, O'Hearn up. He's behind 0-2. He strikes out. 2 down for Refschneider. Oh, my God. And Faedo gets hurt. Are you serious? Okay, they're both just day-to-day, but wow. It's not going well for us. Game is going well, but injuries not so much. Rivero probably should not have put him in against Refschneider. That was a mistake, because that's a home run. Oh my God, luckily he's got 2 lefties coming up. And that's a ground out. Okay, so we win 4-2. Interesting game. And I don't know why we're celebrating on the field like we just won the goddamn series, but whatever. It's a 1-0 series lead. So game 2, it's going to be Honeywell, who did not look good in his first postseason start. Lineup adjustments, I guess we got to keep hitting Kiermaier at the top of the lineup the way he's been going. And we'll move Hernandez up over Segura. So Honeywell on the mound. He is going to be opposed by the Royals game 2 starter, which will be Danny Duffy, who looked pretty good in his first outing this postseason. We'll see how he does tonight. Kansas City down 1-0 in the series. Tampa stole game 1. And there we go. A 3-run second puts us out 4-0. Little lead for Honeywell now, 5-2. 9-2. All right. So Honeywell should really just be able to settle in now. Try to give us some innings. His pitch count's already up there. Only through 5. Yep. Definitely got to get him out of there. So Trevor May's back in healthy. Let's get innings out of... Let's get Sean Armstrong in here for at least an inning. We could honestly go just 4 different guys for an inning and probably be fine. Or use one of these guys for 2. One guy we don't mind burning. Depends on the pitch counts. Armstrong, 19 pitches. So let's get him out of there. We will get Zach Birdie in next for a couple of innings, hopefully. Birdie's given us a couple in the past. And that was a 9-pitch inning. So let's get Lopez up. Now runner on third, facing a righty. That's a strikeout. Now let's go to Lopez. And if this run scores, I don't really care. It doesn't. 11-2. Okay, so Lopez gives up 2 runs there in the ninth. Does not matter, though. We win game 2 11-4. Dominant fashion. Not really an exciting game, to be honest. But series shifts back to Tampa Bay now. We're up 2-0 already. And we haven't lost in Tampa yet this postseason. We won both games in the division series that we played at home in a rather resounding fashion. It was 7-2 and then 7-0 in the decisive game 4. So let's get, do we get Hernandez back in there or do we give Ibanez a start? Hernandez has been okay. Honestly, we could play him at shortstop and maybe give Segura a day off because Segura has really been struggling. But let's get Ibanez in there. Why not? Ramirez has also looked really bad. So even the opportunity for potentially Urena to get a start, but why not? Let's do it. Urena at shortstop. Hernandez at third base. Or would he be better at second? Doesn't really make a difference. And the rest of the lineup, maybe we can switch these two. And that way we can do a little bit more righty-lefty. So Chris Sale on the mound for game number 3. And we have yet to use Sale this series, and we're already up 2-0. That's always a good sign. Of course, it means nothing if we don't win the games that Sale pitches. So he's being opposed by Scott Blewett. This guy was not very good this year, I remember. But he has not allowed to run this postseason. 9 innings so far, including today's work. 7 innings in his first start. Kansas City does not have a hit yet, though. We just scored 2 runs without getting a hit that inning, I think. That was a walk, another walk, and a throwing error on a steal attempt. Nice. So Sale has been perfect so far. Into the 5th. He goes. 69 pitches now. Finally surrenders a hit. 93 pitches through 6. Let's go another inning. Nice. 7 strong. 106 pitches, so his night's going to be done. Faito's still a little banged up, but we're going to go with him for the 8th. He's almost fully recovered, so hopefully he'll be fine. And we will get Mikey Morin up as well. See how Faito does, though. I watched Faito pitch in the College World Series game that I think it was the semifinal, Florida against TCU, and he was looking really good. He had 11 strikeouts. It was the second straight game he had 11 strikeouts, I think. Second straight start in the College World Series where he recorded double-digit Ks, and the way he slings it, I really just like. I think he looks like a natural. So I think Detroit drafted him in the first round. He looks pretty good to me. 14 pitches for Faito now. Let's just go to Morin. Because I really don't want to get Faito more hurt. That would be the worst thing that could happen. More so than Kansas City coming back and winning this game. So let's just get Morin in there. Facing Mondesi. Mondesi, it's a towering fly ball to right. That is gone. A 3-run home run for Raul Mondesi Jr. Oh, wow. All right. So we're down by 1. We've got 6 outs to play with. Morin's only at 11 pitches. It is 9-1-2 in the 8th. Urena leading things off, facing Nick Whitgridden, who already has not looked sharp in this series, and he gives up a leadoff base hit to Urena. So tying run at the dish, no, tying run on base now. Kiermaier floating one to right. That is another nice catch by the right fielder, Seth Beer, making plays with his glove. That's a pass ball to Luis Rojas. Now the count is 3-2. Hits that one to short. Out number 2. Bowers now. Last chance this inning. 1-2 count. He strikes out swinging. So we strand a man at second. Morin back out there for the 9th. Let's get Rivero up as well as Trevor May, I guess. That's pretty much our second best righty option at this point. So Refschneider walks. Now the second man up is Vansu. That is going to be strike 3. Now it's Villoria. Another 2-strike count. Another strikeout for Morin. 24 pitches. He's facing Almora now. Grounded to the second baseman. On to first in time. So 2 innings for Morin. He does give up the 1 home run, but only one of those runs was accounted to him. The others, of course, will be charged to Faito. So who would we want in next inning? Theoretically, probably Rivero against these lefties. So we'll put him in. But we'll have to get to the next inning for that to even happen. And Bell strikes out swinging there. Rizzo's turn. He's going to ground out. So things not looking great for us. Ibanez, 2-0 count. Hitting this one to center field. That is going to be caught. And the Royals win Game 3. So we lose for the first time at home this postseason. Very winnable game. But offense only scored 2 runs. So going to have to do more than that even in a Chris Sale start. Sale can only give us 7. Bullpen cannot hold. So De Leon back for Game 4. He looked very good in his first postseason start. Should we give Urena another start? Why not? He didn't make an out last game. And Ibanez, not really looking too sharp, so we'll get Hernandez back in there. And we are going to lead off with Kiermaier again. So that looks good to me. De Leon now on the mound for Game 4. As I said, he gave up no runs in 8 innings of work last time out. And he is pitching at the Trop for the second straight time. Gregorio is on the mound for Tampa Bay. We get 5 runs off of him in the first. That's a very good start. 7-0 now. And De Leon has not given up a hit through 4 innings. We've got a 9-0 lead. Look at Jose go. He has been outstanding this postseason so far. No runs in 15 innings of work. 86 pitches so far tonight. Another shutout inning. And he's up to 101. His stamina is 65. So, big lead like this, I'm not going to push it with him. 15 shutout innings so far, though, for Jose De Leon in these playoffs. And 9-0 is our lead. Make that 11 now. So we're going to put Puck in. And I think Puck is going to give us these final 2 innings pretty much no matter what. And there you go, 4-hit shutout. De Leon, 10 strikeouts and 1 walk. His second straight outstanding start now. He has got 17... Oh my god, I didn't realize he pitched the complete game that day. I thought he only went 8 innings. So that's actually 16 innings scoreless in this postseason. 17 strikeouts to 4 walks. And he has just been outstanding. What can you say? Coming back from Tommy John this year. And we've got a 3-1 series lead now. 1 game away from going to the World Series for the first time. For the second time, I mean. Not the first time. So Game 5, Blake Snell on the mound. Urena, still going to keep him in the lineup. And same thing with Hernandez, I think. Yeah, keep Hernandez in there. So I like that lineup as it is. Carpenter had a couple hits last game. He's got his OPS back up to 831. Snell on the mound. Snell has also been very good this postseason so far. He's already made 2 starts, and he's only given up the 1 run in 14 innings, 12 strikeouts, 3 walks. Modesty leading things off. And here we go, Game 5 underway. Scoreless through 2. Only 1 hit each so far. And once again, another game where the pitchers are really doing their thing. Snell especially. Now he gives up a run. 1-1, each team scoring in the 5th. Snell's at 93 pitches. So let's get someone up. Let's just get Faedo up if we got to use him for multiple innings today. Fine with that. Snell gives us a scoreless 6th. He's at 104, so his night will be done. 6 innings, 1 run out of Blake Snell. Another good start. Faedo on pitches a scoreless 7th. 20 pitches, though, so we're going to get him out of there. We're going to need the 8th inning out of, let's see, it's Refschneider and then 2 lefties. So maybe Faedo gives us 1 more batter, and then we go to a lefty and Rivero. I think that will be the way we'll play this. Bottom 7, let's see if we can get that go-ahead run in. Rojas flying 1 to left. That's out number 1. Now it's Richard Urena. He strikes out looking. 2 down for Hernandez, and he goes down looking. So 6, 7, 8 not doing anything right there. Faedo on to pitch to Refschneider. Strikes out swinging. Now a couple of lefties due up, so let's get Rivero. And then we will also get Mikey Morin up. Hopefully Rivero will just retire these 2 lefties in a row, but if one of the righties gets up, we might go to Morin here in the 8th inning. Vansow strikes out. Now Valoria. 1-0 count. Ground ball to the shortstop. Throw to first. Not in time as the ball gets away. You could tell when the guy was rounding first he was going to be safe there. So it's Almora's turn. Let's just go to Morin here. I don't want to screw around. Rivero only gets the 1 out. Should have gotten both. Pitched well enough to get both. So now it's Morin versus Almora. The count is 3-1. Not a good sign. That is ball 4. So the 9-hitter comes up, Chia. That ball blooped into shallow left. Can the shortstop get there? Yes, he can. What a play. That was a great play by Richard Urena there, keeping this game tied. So bottom 8 now. Jose Ramirez leading things off, facing Nick Whitgridden. Kansas City very insistent on using this guy. He's not been very sharp, though, so far. It does get Ramirez to ground out, I should say. Kiermaier, that's a base hit. So he stays hot with a 1-out single. Carpenter's turn now. 2-1 the count. That ball gets by the catcher. Now it's 2-1. Now it's 2-2. That is strike 3. Bowers this turn with 2 outs. That ball hit very softly, and that's going to be out number 3. So we head to the 9th, still knotted up at 1, and it's going to have to be a walk-off tonight if the Rays want to clinch their spot in the World Series. So let's get someone else up. Probably going to be Trevor May. And here we go. Raul Mondesi digging in. He flies one to right center field. That's going to be caught. Nice play by the right fielder Josh Bell. 1 out now for Malik Smith. And he grounds out. 2 down for Seth Beer. That ball hit to the second baseman on a first in time. 1-2-3 9th inning for Morin. And he keeps the pitch count down. If he wasn't fully rested coming into this game, I would consider using him for another inning. Normally at only 13 pitches, but don't want to burn him out. We do have the off day coming up, though. Could have left him in, I guess, but worst case, don't want him unavailable for Game 6. So here we go, bottom half. Josh Bell leading things off. He hits one to right field. That is going to send the Rays to the World Series. And there it is, a walk-off home run for Josh Bell. How about that for drama? Unbelievable. On the 2-0 count, he sends the Rays to the World Series for the second time in 3 years now. We will be going back. That was pretty crazy. That was like kind of a dull, I was kind of monotone, like just sort of talking about whatever, and then all of a sudden Bell, boom, with the solo job. And there you have it. We're moving on to the World Series. That was pretty spectacular. So it's going to be the winner of the Dodgers-Braves series on the National League side. It is knotted up at 2. Got to be rooting for Atlanta here. Please beat LA. Oh my goodness, I don't want to play the Dodgers. Looking at their team just reminded me of how terribly stacked they are. How unfair it is. And the Braves take a 3-2 series lead. Game 6 coming up. Will Atlanta win? Yes, they will. Oh, wow. We catch a huge break. We're playing Atlanta. You gotta, I mean, I don't know if you really, I mean, it would have been epic to play LA again, but if you're trying to win the World Series, I think you've got to be rooting for Atlanta there. It would have been epic to play LA again, but this season is kind of epic in its own right. That walk-off, the fact that we were a 500 team at the trade deadline, now we're at the World Series, we're in the World Series, we didn't even win the division. Kind of like was not even really thinking we had a great chance at the wild card game, to be honest, when we had to play Houston, but, I mean, this team has done it before. Even that run 2 years ago was kind of unlikely, and this run has also been a little bit unlikely, but we're in the World Series, second time in 3 years. Let me double-check that. Yeah, second time in 3 years. We were a 93-win team. Of course, the year we won 104, we get knocked out in the first round. This year, we don't even win the division, and we're back in the World Series. Of course, we had the good run differential. I believed in us. I had to talk myself into it at the deadline. I talked myself out of selling, really. But I talked myself into it. I believed in us, and we are back in the World Series. Taking on the Braves, we got a really good chance, too. This could be our window of opportunity. I'd love to play the Dodgers again in the World Series at some point, but if we want to get one crown under our belt, this could be our best chance because, my God, look at this team. So unfair. I don't even understand how Atlanta beat them. But I guess it's baseball. Anything can happen. That's going to do it. Hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the World Series.